Although I am broadcasting from the vine, the things that I say do not necessarily have the agreement of this particular church. I'm not representing in any way. I just think that's important to say, the Vine and the people here who attend the Vine have been very gracious and giving to me. And I make no assumptions anymore at all, just because of the things that I've learned about people and living and life. That wasn't the chord, right? It's just, life is just like that sometimes. Sometimes, even if we've been practicing, well, we step in things only when we need to. When I was down in Argentina, I was advised to keep my eyes on the ground, for the dog poo could be anywhere. I guess how many times we step in the dog poo is just up to how much we don't want to step in it anymore. I never intend for my broadcast or my content to hurt anyone. Also, I realize that sometimes part of how we work together is by stretching one another's imaginations in as far as how someone might be. It's always been quite natural for me to ask questions that make some people uncomfortable or even feel threatened. It's always been quite natural for me to share with others my internal experience. And when I say it's always been quite natural with me, I guess that goes back to discovering myself as a poet, as someone who I found a solace or a catharsis even in the writing of the insides and putting them out there. I'm a lover of the Word. In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him, nothing was made that was made. I heard recently that also in the beginning was the Tao. In the beginning was the Way, and the Way was God. I am the light, I am the life, I am the truth, I am the way. How does that play out for you? I find a lot of refuge in questions. Sometimes I do feel like I need to speak like I know something. I've discovered that that is important in the way that I work in this world. And part of what allows me to ask those questions is that I've been asking the same questions of myself. This piano that I'm playing on is a resurrected work, a teamwork done by the folks who have been sowing their seeds of love into this musical instrument here and also into the congregation. So as far as discovering where our work overlaps, together discovering our common work, the way I've expressed it oftentimes on my channel, in my video content, is I talk about tribes. And I say strengthening a tribe member deepens every tribe to which we are connected. Together, all of us. When two or more are gathered, there we are in the midst of a greater intelligence. Hopefully. It doesn't have to be that way. I mean, we can also discover our hurtful, hateful collectiveness. We know that's a possibility. I've already told you recently that I have no interest in groveling anymore in my life in any fashion. So as I speak about things that I think I know, I understand that I might cross some lines with some of you. And I have approached this line along the lines of my content creation very carefully. I think if you would look back into my over 1,300 videos that are available on record at YouTube under Travel and Trav, at Greyhound 710, there's a playlist there of just my music, which you also might find challenging, or you might find, there's some weird stuff there, there's some funny stuff there. You might find it a good way to get acquainted with my work. You can just put the playlist on and just check it out and just see how it feels to you. I mean, if it calls to your heart, maybe we have some work that we need to do together. And that's really what I'm about, and that's why I'm sitting at this piano, with the backdrop of this cross. And as I've said in the past, I do not take that symbol lightly, because I believe that the greatest spiritual practice is being willing to hang while somehow miraculously not becoming a victim. And that's how I can say with my whole heart, Jesus Christ is the Son of God, right? If you happen to be one of those people that matters to. And if you're not, or that may matter in a very negative way. And I understand that also. I've been deep in the study, brothers and sisters. And yes, I am capable of expanding that invitation to however you choose to identify, knowing that self-identification is the identification that we're getting over. So any pronouns that we choose, or any way that we may try to insist that someone else addresses us, if I say that my religion is the one that excludes you, then I actually am not in a Christ-centered consciousness. Because as I understand, it is this that welcomes all. And so that becomes the symbol for myself of that one that holds all. And so this is how I can say things like, Jesus is the Son of Man, the life, the truth, the way, because that's where I discovered that. And it's the symbol of the cross and the remembrance of the resurrection that I saw in this word, and then also began to experience in my heart. It's in that remembrance, and also how hurt I've been along the way, after I claim to have known that truth. I've only been dishonest with you in as far as I've been being dishonest with myself. And I think you can understand what that's like, can't you? May the Lord bless you and keep you, cause his face to shine upon you, be gracious to you, and give you peace.